Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever League of Legends MUIDS House Championship of 2020. I'm your host, Pot, aka Revelov, and besides me is Pooh, aka Dub40.
Hello.
Say hello. Okay. So today is going to be Olympian versus Berserkers. So now I'm just getting the players to get ready, and I think we will begin soon. Just wait for a bit, and I think okay, now all the players are in, and let me check that they're ready or not.
Okay, so I will be reading the comments, so that not the comments, the chat. So if you have any questions, I will answer.
Okay, so now we're entering the ban phase. The first person who's going to ban is going to be Leaper from Olympians.
Fear is the first of many foes.
Gonna be a Garen ban. That's interesting. So it's a pretty OP pick right now. Of course, his tankiness and his damage from his spin is so much. It's so butt hurting to be played against. But it's going to be Nautilus for the first ban from Berserkers. Again, a very OP support pick right now. It's quite hard to deal with when you don't have any tank support to counter Nautilus, because Nautilus I think need someone to counter like a Blitzcrank or Leona. The second ban is going to be Veigar and Fizz. I'm expecting this to be a mid lane ban. Fizz is a very annoying champion to play around.
What's the worst that could
and also it's going to be third ban is going to be Jinx from Olympians. Jinx is a very fast champion because her mobility comes when she destroys towers or gets some kills. And yeah, the third ban is going to be Lee Sin, like a very versatile jungle. It contains a lot of damage output for the first half of the game, but then falls off late game. And also has a very full of utility, I should say, ultimate is to insect back to the team. So the first pick is going to be Jhin from Leaper. First pick for Berserker is going to be Set, a very high damage output, the latest champion in the game. His W is just so OP. So this game is going to be a 5v5 for anyone who doesn't know. It's a there's going to be 1 people on the top lane, 1 people in jungle, 1 in mid, and 2 in bot lane, which is a ADC and support. So the second pick from Olympians can be Kayn, as well as Pantheon for Berserkers. Checking Kayn and Jin's going to be a very good pick, because Kayn is both of these are quite into the mid game to late game. In the early games they won't do anything much except farm, and Jin's gonna be on the bot lane while Kayn's gonna be in the jungle, and Vel'Koz are expecting to be mid or maybe support. I'm not sure. But now it's gonna be the second phase of the ban. So
how tournament draft is going to work is there are gonna be 3 bans in the first stage, and then the 3 people who bans will select the champion, and then the others who will ban and then select the champion later, so that teams will be able to pick counters for each other, because if they all select at the same time, they won't they won't be able to react.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Forgot to mention the bands. So, other bands we have here is going to be On from Berserkers and Kaiser from Olympians. And I'm not quite sure why they banned Orn, because it's already got nerfed and he's not doing quite well. But however, it's going to be Aatrox for the last ban. A very high healing, high sustainability champion for the ones who can play him. And the last ban from Olympian is going to be Vayne, a very late game carry. It's going to be Misfortune for Lotim. Next going to be Mordekaiser from Olympians over here. Looking to pick Leona. For Olympian is quite good. The game will begin in 3 minutes.
Now we'll just answer some questions from the chat. Oh, I see. So first, the question by the big noob. So how does this game work? The games, if you have watched ROV from the past week, you will be you can understand the basics of League of Legends. Except the map is a lot bigger and there's a lot more happening on the map, because ROV is kind of a League of Legends mobile stuff game. So League of Legends will be more complicated with more advanced dragons mechanics, which you will see in game, and you'll see a lot of changes and similarities between ROV and League of Legends. Um,
Okay, so feel free to grab a drink or go to the toilet, because we still have a minute and a half before the game begins. And
Okay, so question by the big noob again. Why the 3-minute delay? Since the game League of Legends is very strategic, and you can place wards or trinkets around the map to grant you vision. So if you are able to watch the game in real time, you'll be able to see the opponent's vision and know where they're camping and stuff. So there must be a 3-minute delay, because most wards and skills in the games will already expire by the 3-minute mark. For example, the Timo Shroom, or if you don't know, it's a trap that is placed on the ground, and if you step on it, it'll blow up. The time limit on that is around 3 minutes. So after the 3 minutes spectator mode, it will expire and the opponent cannot gain a advantage by looking at the stream. Oh, Timo is my favorite character. You do have very
an interesting taste, to be honest. Okay, so now the game is about to begin for us. Just excuse the awkward silence a bit until we get into the game. Now the overlays are quite weird now because we're not into the game yet, which is still in the loading screen. So sorry for that. Let's talk about a bit of strategy. So the runes I first see is Jin picking Dark Harvest, which to be honest is not quite bad. But the thing is that Jin relies on his auto attacks, which Dark Harvest seems to be good, right? But he doesn't have that much of a mobility. So picking Dark Harvest, you trade a lot of uh, move speed away from you, which is basically what Jin is about. And now I'm not quite sure if what's should I say? His name is Thai, so I'm just gonna call him Jin then. I'm not sure if Jin's gonna be able to survive with Dark Harvest.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
He just got ganked or got in a fight between
30
junglers or
seconds
the top
until
laner.
minions spawn.
So the next thing that I want to talk about is Electrocute Kayn. So Electrocute Kayn, when people pick Kayn, so basically Kayn has two forms, Red Kayn and Blue Kayn. Red Kayn is about being more like a Juggernaut, more tanky,
Minions have spawned.
more sustainability, but Blue form is going to be focused a lot more on the Assassin side. The way that you can get the Assassin form is to attack ranged champions. So for example, if Kung Flu wants a Blue Kayn, he would be attacking more on current call or low tip or ISP. So all of them are ranged champions. But for Red Kayn, if Kung Flu wants to more tanky and has more sustain, he is going to be focusing more on attacking Bronze Low or not really Legend.
Okay, we're getting some comments at the parts why is it slow, so I'm gonna change it a bit. Okay, we lower the game sound, so it should be fine now.
So this is a part where we like farm and stuff, and it's like not really much things to be talking about. Not really much things going on here, but seems like not really Legend is passing by mid, and maybe he would look to gank bot, but I'm not quite too sure. Well, Kung Flu is on top side. Maybe he would rotate to mid and get a gank for Vel'Koz. I can't pronounce his name, sorry. Now it's gonna be some action going on mid lane. Bit of trade there. A lot of damage on current call, which I think now Kung Flu is after finishing Scuttle, maybe he would look for a mid lane gank if Curtain Call decides to push up a bit.
There's really nothing to go on about the game for now because most of the people, everyone just spend their time farming. But Berserkers seems to be farming a little bit better. If you look at the top of the screen, you will see that the gold count of Berserkers is a little higher, 400 gold, which is slightly significant at the beginning of the game, but
doesn't have that much impact now. Mid lane just going to trade, poke each other. And now as we see in the jungle, Kung Flu is not really legend. Kung Flu is going to get the Scuttle, get some damage onto not really legend. Not really legend is going to stun him. Bit of damage poke from Curtain Call. Trade it as well from World Pass. And the first blast goes, oh, I missed that. But Jin just got first blood on Morgana.
they're probably trying to help the jungler, but ended up fighting each other on the way.
But there's a Leona flash, and then Lotus flashed out. Ooh, Kung Fu's almost dead. Heals going up, flash going out. A lot of heavy trade going around here for the last minute, but still is going to be favoring the bot lane of Olympians.
As you can see now, the gold count is kind of reversed. Now Olympians have again having an advantage of 500 gold, which is a 10 AD damage item, which is fine, I guess. The top lane is always the most boring lane because people are too afraid to kill each other.
But however, it's going to be a big trade over here from Leaper and Bronzelo. Ultimate's coming out from Set. Ooh, a huge fat W damage on there. If you get hit on the middle of Set's W, it's going to be a true damage, which is going to hurt you a lot because it's just ignores your armor. The thing about Set is that he has a lot of damage output and a lot of shield from his W, but he recently got nerf of his sustainability, but still he's OP because his damage is didn't got nerfed at all.
Now that Set has gone back to his base, can we talk a bit about minion management?
So minion management, I think Berserkers are quite focusing on pushing a bit too much because as you can see that Berserkers are pushing towards their Olympian's tower, which can open an opportunity for Kane or Kung Flu to flank and then gank both of them. And also, as Pooh mentioned earlier, this season of top lane is going to be a bit boring for the players because as Season 10 of League of Legends started, now the game pace is more likely to involve around dragons more than Rift Herald because dragon is has been changed to elemental dragons, so junglers are quite revolved around bot lane more to have bot lane priority and then to be able to secure the dragons. So however, Rabbito is going to engage in, but that engagement was not made possible by Morgana's Black Shield. Vision has been seen by Olympians that see that not really legend Berserker's jungle is on top side. Maybe they'll focus on more of ganking the bot lane of Berserker. Now looks like they're starting a Mandrake from Kung Flu. The Olympians are now engaged on Raptor. And I expect him to be dead by any minute now. So, okay, so Not Religion just got to pick Rabbit. I'm just gonna call him Rabbit. Just pick Rabbit out of the map. And then I think now the Drake are cancelled because they're all out of that position now. But then there's gonna be a big trade with Kung Flu and Not Religion. RXB is gonna miss his Q there. Not Religion's gonna be dead by Kung Flu's Kane. Now RXB would recommend him to fall back immediately because if you look at him, he doesn't have that many mana.
He's still level 5 too.
Yeah, and he's still level 5 too. It's not gonna be efficient to let support face with a jungler which is level 7.
It is really important to look at the levels before you engage in League of Legends because the levels actually matter a lot.
Now Leap, I think he's going to reset back to the base, while Bronze is going to get the first plate of top lane. Now, if we look at the CS or creep score of the bot laners, we could see that the ADC, which is Jin and Misfortune, Jin's got 13 more CS, which is going to be roughly around 300 gold, which is still not that much, but if we manage to keep that CS gap, it's going to be advantage for him in the mid game. But if we look at the top lane, however, we could see that Set or Bronze, he's already at 89 CS, while Leaper Mordekaiser is only at 29, which is a very big gap. As we can see that he already got Tiamat, and still Mordekaiser still only has Kindle Gem, which is only going to give you health. But looks like Berserker is going to look for a Rift Herald over here. So what is Rift Herald?
Rift Herald is a kind of a siege machine that you need to kill first before you can use. If you kill it, it will drop an item that you have to pick up. And if you pick it up, you can drop it in lane and it will walk to the nearest tower and then run into it and break.
Looks like they're going to secure
do a lot of damage.
Rift Herald and looking to release it top lane, but not yet.
And yes, I do see the comment telling us that the top CS is very different, and it is still a 60 CS gap. So the entire gold advantage of Berserkers is on the top lane.
That is 1.5k gap, which is looking to be momentum. But what is that Rift Herald? Because as you can see, what Kung Flu did is when, oh my god, a lot of action going on in here. Kung Flu is going to use his ultimate to splash out back to safety. Actually, that Rift Herald was quite questionable because as you can see a minute ago that Kung Flu just hit the back of Rift Herald, which deals a lot of damage to it because it has a weak point when the eye of the Herald just pops up. If you strike it, it will deal a lot of damage to the Rift Herald. So it's better to just release the Rift Herald when there's something missing, like the laner is missing or you're currently winning lane and your opponent is low on health. But that was a bit of questionable Rift Herald release for me.
The dragon is staying very late this game. It's already 13 minutes and nobody's killed the dragon.
Rabbit is just going to engage it, but then got countered back later. What was that ultimate?
Turret plate will fall soon.
Mid lane's just gonna farm, and now Olympians are looking for their first Drake, which is Mountain. And I don't think Berserkers know before that they're taking dragons because they don't have any vision controlling on the dragon pit. So that was quite an easy dragon for Olympians.
Most of Olympians are staying back at base, so there isn't really anything to talk about. The only thing that is happening at the map right now is Mordekaiser struggling to farm.
Which is no offense, but it's quite normal because, as I said, that Set. Oh, sorry for the camera. Because Set is quite an OP champion right now. High damage output, and especially from his Q, plus with Tiamat, it's gonna deal a lot of damage. But it's gonna be a little trade over here. Set's ultimate's gonna come out. D.Va's very low. Ooh, almost dead. But managed to run away safely. As I said, that Set is a very high damage and quite OP champion right now. So it is quite hard for Mordekaiser to catch up when farming because you will always get poked by Set. Bit of poke going on here on top lane. Oh my god, there's a lot of damage out of Set. Looks like Far, or not really Legend, is going to release his ultimate soon. But doesn't seem to be moving. Okay.
I think he's standing still and aiming his ultimate.
A very good vision control from Rabbit is that he puts down control ward to cancel the ward from Berserker. Bit of poke going on. Ultimate's going up from not really Legend. Proceeds to miss his Q. But Morgan has bind land. Bit of a trade. No one's dead yet. Also, looks like, oh, never mind, whatever. I thought Velka's is going to roam top lane, but he's falling back to his lane.
I feel like Mordekaiser is going to die soon. He's going to get dived under the tower.
He's quite struggling because it's, yeah, as I mentioned, it's quite hard to deal with Set anyways. Just pray for him for now. Bit of poke from Curtain Call. A question from the big noob, what is Low Tim 11 playing? He's playing Misfortune, which is an AD carry. She has a lot of damage on poking with her Q, which is going to be, the ability's name is Double Up. When you use the skill on a minion or any character, any heroes, any champion, it will bounce back to another target behind them. W is going to be increasing her speed and as well as attack speed. E is going to be slowing down her opponents, and ultimates will be Cannon Barrage, which is going to be dealing damage in a cone.
So now let's talk about the League of Legends bounty system. The bounty system in League of Legends is kind of different from other games. If you look at the scoreboard, you can see that Orianna even if she doesn't have any kills, she still has a bounty on her. Since bounty isn't calculated just from kills, it's also calculated from the amount of money you have gained and not die. Like in the case of Oriana, she has farmed over 176 creep with no kills, no deaths, and no assists at all, which is actually bad because she has
However, we're gonna have the first tower down by Set, and now Mordekaiser is dead. Pray for him. F in the chat, Kappa. Now they're looking for a Drake, but is the teleport came from Bronze. Rebel Rapid is gonna flash away, but then Pantheon, not really legend, is going to skewer the dragon. Not skewer the dragon, I mean steal the dragon. A very good counter from the Berserkers there. Quite impressed.
Now that you can see, the map has turned like on fire or something, and that's because of the dragon.
Basically, for this season, the elemental dragons will have an effect on Summoner's Rift map, because the second dragon, the first and second dragon will not be the same as first dragon, and I mean the third dragon, and the third dragon and the other dragons for the rest of the game will be the same, because the rift has now changed into that dragon's elements throughout the game. And now, but however, it's gonna be engaging from Rabbit, and now Morgana is gonna proc her ultimate. Rabbit is going to be dead by low Tim. So quite a good counter engagement of RXVE, that he uses back shield on low Tim to protect him from getting stunned by Leona's ultimate.
The CS gap between the top laners has widened to over 100 creeps from 60, so that explains the goal advantage of Berserkers because of the 3 extra
But
kills.
now RSV is gonna be, I think, dead, because Kung Fu is gonna flash and then just take RSVE out of the map. To be honest, I don't think Kung Fu should use his flash over there, because I think he can catch up later, because he's now transformed to Blue Cane, which this skin is quite a bit of orange because he's on a skin. So yeah, he's gonna be an assassin for the rest of the game now. A bit of damage on Leona by Set.
The gold gap is now almost 5,000 gold with 1 power to Berserkers.
Which is, I think, is quite big, to be honest. The Berserkers are having a bit of advantage over here, because I think they farm well. Also, the kills are funneling to Set a bit, so he is quite snowballing right now, compared to Mordekaiser, who is on 0-3. Feels sad. I'm quite impressed by how Current Call or Oriana is farming, because as you can see, she doesn't have any kills, but the bounty now is like 300 just from farming alone.
The layer gang is happening and bot lane Kane is waiting for.
Now Rabbit's gonna engage, misses ult. ISV is gonna put the ultimate down to stun. Low Tip's gonna get a kill from the ultimate. Now Pantheon's coming in, skewers the kill. Wow, it's 2 for 0 for Berserkers. Money gap is a bit big now. Oh, but however, Bronze can take a bit of damage over here by Vel'Koz. So yeah, as you can see, it's almost about 600k. I mean 6k gold now. Sorry, a bit excited. I was gonna take the Inferno Drake. Doesn't seem like Olympians has their eyes on it yet. And then the dragon is secured.
For now, let's talk about item choices for the AD carry, I guess. This fortune is having a bit of bounty on over 450.
Her item is, I mean, it's quite, she's a bit snowballing right now because she's already got IE and Essence Weaver, which both gives crit and as well as attack damage, and it's going to be helping a lot for Misfortune to use her skill to poke. Rabbit's going to try to clear vision for the Olympian. Not much happening on the map right now. It's about to happen sooner or later. A good black shield from ISVE. Sonya's coming up. Rotin is dead from Kane. And Kane, and also Rabbito is going to get secured by Morgana. 2 for 1, not bad for Berserkers, but the supports get the kills, so it's still not even, but good for the Berserkers, I guess. Would have been better if anyone but support got a kill. ISVE gonna land a beautiful vine. Bron's gonna finish it off by his ultimate and then punch the crap out of Vel'Koz.
The game is pretty slow right now. The mid towers are still up, which is a bit weird because most people would try to take down the mid towers first because it's the shortest path between the two bases.
And it can gives you more of a chance to get the Baron. Roberto is going to miss his ultimate, and he was coming off from Jin. ISVE is probably gonna land on Rabbit. Not not much going on. But I think Mordekaiser is going to farm a bit top. Might as well get a tower. But now Bronze is get a bit of damage on Rabbit. She's going to take quite a lot. Because as I said, Zed is quite OP on his damage. Gonna blast Cone away from Kamsu. Got poked by Pantheon Spear from not really Legend.
The Mordekaiser actually got time to farm now. He's left top alone and he's taking the tower. But he's still 100 creeps behind, so
the Berserker is gonna secure their third dragon. This is very, very good for the team because Inferno Dragons gives you more damage. This would be very effective during team fights.
looks like that is going to go back top to take care of Mordekaiser, but he went home.
In this state of the game, if I were the Berserkers, I think I would take control of Baron by placing a control ward like Rabbit did over there to get the clear vision of Baron, and might as well grab a Baron because it would grabbing a Baron can help you a lot in team fights. But however, Rabbit is going to engage on Curtain Call. Verkar's got a shutdown, a huge shutdown gold from farming. A very nice engage there from Rabbit. We're gonna spawn, gonna land, get a bit of damage on Rabbit. And now Mordekaiser is finally taken down the tower in the top lane. It's gonna give him a bit of gold to spend. I'm quite impressed by the CS scores on the players in Berserkers actually. Because it looks like they are farming a lot for Misfortune, which is Lotim, and Goriana, which is Curtain Call.
It is a farming simulator.
I think if Berserkers manage to get that mid tower down, will be a good opportunity for them to take Baron, because as we can see that the middle tower is not in a very healthy position right now. So if they can take that, they will have a big opportunity to go for the Baron. Now fight's going to be set in the bot lane and the bot jungle, sorry. Optimus coming up from both sides. Kane grab a double kill, as well as Jin a shutdown for Morgana. Braun's gonna teleport down, but quite too late because the fight is already done, and it's 1 for 3 for the Olympians, which is quite big because Kane got 2 kills and Jin got 1 kill. It's gonna be a good turnaround for the Olympians. the fight right there was very well executed by the Olympians, because they only lost one of them, while Berserker just lost basically 3 of the damage dealers.
If the game just continue on like this, I feel like Olympians are going to have a better chance of winning, because they have quite a bit more late game champions. So the Berserkers should really finish this off quickly,
But I think it's not going to be impacting as much, because Berserkers also have a bit of late game champions like Morgana, I mean Oriana and Miss Fortune. But however, it's going to be a fight going on. Ultimates from Rabbito, very well executed. Ultimate from Vel'Koz, going to take down Low Tim, as well as Bronze, and Curtain Call is going to die by Kung Flu. And it looks like the Olympians are getting their pace back into the game. The fights were really well executed by them, which would give them a lot of opportunities to take Baron right now. Looks like Kung Flu is starting the Baron, and Berserkers need to steal it somehow. Looks like the Olympian's gonna secure the Baron, and then Kung Flu is going to finish off Not Really Legend. And he's on a killing spree. He's now 8-4-2, which is quite a bit harsh for squishy champions like Curtain Call and Low Tims, and as well as RSVE, because Kane's gonna deal a lot of damage on the squishy champions, because he's currently have a lot of lethality items. Now as the kill scores are equal and the gold for each team are quite equal as well. From Berserker being the lead, now they're quite equal. Because if you can communicate well and be able to execute the team fight, it would be not that hard to make a comeback. And Kung Fu is gonna get shut down by Not Really Legend. Didn't quite see that, but okay. Two minutes until Inferno Drake comes up. I think now they should play a bit safer for Berserkers, because the Olympians still got their Baron buff.
they are kind of facing it though. They're just walking around.
Looks like the Olympians are trying to get the bot towers down, which I think they're going to be down pretty soon by this empowered Baron buff Karen minion. Okay, so now the tower is gone. The Olympians now have quite a bit of control over the bot side jungle of the Berserkers. But now I don't know who's gonna engage in, but got outplayed by the whole team of Berserkers. If he hadn't missed his W there, it would be a sweet kill for him. But unfortunately he did, and then he died. No one's dead yet.
The dragon is back in 20 seconds.
Now I think the Berserkers are looking to pick up another dragon. Now it's going to be interesting to see how this fight play out. Double wards coming in from the Olympians. The big fight's going to happen pretty soon. But it looks like the Berserkers just going to just engage, and the blue team, the Olympians, going to secure the dragon. Berserker's ultimate is coming out. RSVE's ultimates, I don't think it's going to help anything, but okay. Berserker's just got a double kill. Now Kung Flu's securing the kill, but however Vel'Koz is getting quadra kill. Bit of mastery showcase over there. Bit of style points. Which that fight turns out to be quite big for Vel'Koz, as well as obviously for the Olympians, because he just got a quadra kill, which is I love gold, to be honest. The first inhibitor tower is going to be gone, as well as the inhibitor. And I think they're looking to get another tower too. Maybe look for the end.
I'll take that in here, of course, but Berserkers are going to defend with what they have until Olympians are going for another Baron, I guess, and they'll probably come back in the game.
Now the situation for Berserker is quite rough over here, because they already lost an inhibitor as well as the Nexus turret towers. Now Mordekaiser's teleport is up. Maybe he would, as I'm going to say, he is going to end the game by backdooring. As well with Kung Flu, which is getting coming up. And it looks like it's going to be the end. Oh, not yet. Oh, that was close. Live on about 200 health on Nexus. Ooh, that was close. And now they're getting the Baron, and they'll be securing it for the Olympians.
The Olympians did very well in team fights, but the Berserkers do well in picks, so now they know each other's weaknesses, and now the next game will probably be one more fight.
We're gonna be engaging on bronze. Just not going to be enough. Vel'Koz ultimate's coming out. Deal a lot of damage on Curtain Call and RXVE. Curtain Call's, Jin's ultimate, which is, the name is Curtain Call, by the way. It's quite confusing because you got a skill name and also the player's name is Curtain Call. And GG is coming in from Kung Flu. Might as well, yeah. GG. This looks like she's gonna flash and then just end the game. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for the first game between the Olympians and Berserkers, which now the Olympians will take on 1-0. And we will be back.
I return to my training.
Sorry, okay, so now we're back in the second game of the Olympians versus Berserker. The first ban is going to be Set and Lee Sin, as well as Morgana for the second ban.
Now they're just aiming their band at the opponent's champions last round that did well. So people will have to pick their second best champions to play.
And the Vel'Koz, which was performing quite well, is now gone. As well as Garen.
It seems like Olympian is really scared of Garen.
The Renekton is going to be gone by Berserkers. First pick is going to be Nautilus, expecting to be support from Rabbit. There's be Ornn and Pantheon for the Berserkers. Expecting Ornn to be top lane and Pantheon to be in the jungle again by not really legend. Now the jungle turns out to be Trundle for the Olympians. And as well as Malzahar for the mid lane. A very annoying ultimate champion. Can literally lock you down with one press. And it's going to be Orianna mid again for Curtain Call. This will be the second phase of the ban by Bronzelaw. Aphelios is going to be gone. High damage output ADC but low mobility. As well as Kai'Sa is now banned. Quite high mobility and high damage also for Kai'Sa.
My genius will be understood.
Now Jhin is gone, the late game monster.
Impure fools.
As well as Vayne is going to be gone. Again, another late game champion that's very, very strong. There's going to be Lucian for the Berserkers as their ADC. Very agile champion. Has his dash and his double strike. And it's going to be Ashe for Olympian's ADC. And what looks like Teemo? Teemo support? What? Or maybe Teemo top, I don't. They can exchange champions later.
It'll probably be Teemo top because Teemo has an edge against one.
And it's gonna be Braum for Berserker support.
And we are right that Timo is going to be top with the switch.
I'm quite excited to see on the team, which is going to be the Olympians, because Trundle has the ultimate to steal resistances like magic resistance and also armor from tanky champions like in this case Ornn and Braum. And it's going to be hard for them to counter because they don't have anything to stop Trundle except if Braum's going to CC as well as all other champions. And yes, from cash pool, asking this is the best of 3, right? Yes, this is the best of 3. The person who reaches 2 first, the team that reaches 2 first will win.
I'm kind of excited to see the top lane this match because as you can see, last match was not went really badly for Olympians, but for this game, Olympians picked a very a counter champion to Ornn for the top lane because they switched with his support. So
Yeah, because the reason why Timo counters Ornn is not because of the blinding or anything, but I mean it's not really a counter, but Timo will have more advantage because Ornn is close range and Timo is a range champion, so it's gonna be a bit of a pain for Ornn because Timo is just going to keep poking Ornn and getting him low, waiting for Trundle to execute a gank.
we really are just waiting for the game to start. It's really nothing for us to do. We have already we could talk about the CC of Oriana though because
So yeah, the CC of crowd control, for anyone who doesn't know what CC mean, crowd control from the Berserker is going to be a bit bigger because as you can see that Ornn and Pantheon as well as Oriana and Braum, out of 5, 4 out of 5 of these champion on the Berserker's team has a lot of CC, in which it is going to be very tough for the Olympians if the Berserkers can land the CC chain properly. Now we can see that, wow, the Olympians all have skins. So I'm expecting Trundle to be roaming around on top lane because it's a very direct counter to Ornn. Now we can see the masteries over here. Seems to have some professions on some champions, like Lucian over here. Got a lot of points. As well as Trundle. I'm still waiting for the game to start. Okay, so now we're officially in the second game of Olympians versus Berserker on League of Legends MUIDS House Championship.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
It looks like Trundle's going to do the red camp as well as Pantheon. Rabbit just asked the opposite team, just asked the Berserkers about you guys like Teemo. I mean, for me personally, not. Kind of annoying to deal with him. He got first his blinds and his movement speed, as well as poison darts, and then the mushroom traps is gonna hurt a lot in late game. Looks like for some reason Leaper is gonna get in the lane a bit late, but he's gonna be still managed to catch the wave, not too late. Emote showcase over there for Rabbit. And actually Rabbit's gonna engage on low Tim, get a lot of damage on both RSVE and low Tim. Potentially gonna be the first blood, or maybe not, because they have heal from Lucian, who's gonna save Brom's life for a bit. It was a close one, to be honest. Lucian's gonna take a bit of damage from Ash's W, which is volley. Needs a bit of damage. Meanwhile, Kung Fu is going to continue poking down Bronzelaw. As I said, the Teemo is the range champion and is going to have more advantage on trying to poke out Bronze, which is Ornn, which deals damage by close range attacking.
The top lane seems to be in opposite situation now that in a CSD.
Born's gonna trade a bit of damage onto Kung Fu, but still he's a bit low right now because the poking is too strong from Teemo.
Pantheon is coming in for a gank on Teemo, I guess.
It looks like yes, but not gonna be possible because they have vision on Pantheon. Looks like gonna be doubling up on Pantheon, but Devo's gonna take a lot of damage from Curtain Call, not really Legend. Now it's 3v2. Ooh, big damage from Curtain Call to both Kung Fu and Trundle. Now Ornn is going to take a lot of damage. He's now less than 50% HP because of Teemo. As I said, it's quite annoying to deal with top lane when you're a person top lane, but looks like going to engage on Ashe. Not possible. It's getting pretty low. Now Real Legend comes to secure the first blood for the Berserkers. RSV has managed to survive with such low health. Props to him. Not dead yet. Ooh, Ornn's gonna take a lot of damage over here, as well as Kung Flu from that tower shot. They're both quite low. I don't think a great idea for both of them to trade, but Bronze doesn't seem to want to go back to his base. He wants him to reset. Hopefully he's already level 7, looking to reset back home. And I think Bronze should reset, because if he's not, maybe Kung Flu will try to flash and then get Q on him. Maybe he got a kill. It looks like Trundle is doing a Mountain Drake, which I don't think the Berserkers are noticing it a bit, because there's no wars visions over here. So he's gonna easily secure the first dragon for the Olympians. I think not really Legend as a Pantheon now has been seen by the Olympians. Trundle should look for a gank top, as not really Legend will rotate down bot. They're gonna trade a bit in here in the bot lane, but it seems like the Berserkers are taking a lot more damage than the Olympians.
And Trundle is coming in for a gank on mid lane.
Curtain is in trouble over here. Ultimate is coming in from Trundle. Curtain is running for her lives. And then flash away. Managed to survive. Bronze is gonna miss completely the E. Conflu's gonna poke him down, trying to flash away, both of them. A trade flash. Ornn or Bronze still managed to survive.
And since Timo is already the level 6, you will see him going around the map, okay? So to place down his mushrooms. Except he's only placing it in his lane though, which is a little on the selfish side, I guess.
I think he's going to trying to place Shroom so that when not really Legend or Pantheon comes, he'll get a bit of damage on the Shroom and get some slow out of that. It looks like they're going to do the Rift Herald again without the Titans, Berserkers knowing, because there's no vision whatsoever. Conqueror is going to pick up the Eye of Herald and maybe look to unleash it sometimes when he managed to kill Bronze.
The game is still quite a bit of a farming simulator from last game.
Just gonna trade a bit of damage from Bronze and Kung Fu, but again, Bronze will take a lot more damage because Timo being the ranged top lane will always do more damage compared to the close range top lane. Looks like gonna be a dive from Trundle. Just gonna secure the kill. Heal from Triumph. Secure. To the rescue. Looks like Kung Fu is going to unleash the Rift Herald. Top lane, maybe get a tower over here. Big money. Secure the kill, as well got obliterated by Kung Fu.
Red team's
Looks like the first turret is down for the Olympian. Now this looks like there's going to be a fight on the bot lane. RSV is pretty low. Gonna manage to flash, and then Wilson's gonna flash to finish off Ashe. Nottingham's gonna take a lot of damage from the creeps, as well as from Rabbit. Not really Legends coming up for the rescue. Nice ultimate there to help rescue low Tim, as well as RSVE. A good trade. 2 vs 0 for the Berserkers. The gold's difference between the two teams is now quite pretty equal. Because even though Berserkers has more kills, but they got the first tower. Now Bronze is going to be chased down by Kung Flu and is not going to survive. Feel sad for the top laner again, except this time is going to be from Berserker.
Trundle is taking the dragon, I guess, but this time Pantheon notices.
Quite excited to see the smite battle between these two, but it seems like Trundle's gonna secure the dragon, able to flash away. Not really Legend gonna flash after, but not managed to catch it. Mastery 7's coming up. That's not quite nice from Trundle, but okay. Now for the top lane, Braun's gonna be taking a lot of damage from Teemo again. Then Kung Flu is gonna take a lot of damage also from trying to poke him in the tower.
And Teemo is just camping there in top lane and isn't going anywhere.
No, not really Legend. Gonna walk in, making a leap and then flash away.
He probably doesn't realize it that Master Heart still has his shield up.
Yeah, that was a bit of a questioning flash, but maybe he was afraid that there's more coming. So yeah. So his flash is gone. Now maybe not really Legend or Pantheon could take a repeated gank on mid lane, which is now going to be Trundle passing away. Trundle finds bronze, which is on, and I think he's not going to be able to survive because Kung is there waiting for him and absolutely butchered, but still Trundle's going to secure the kill because of his ultimate's damage.
Now if I were Olympian, I would try to get Teemo to continue to apply pressure on top lane so that Berserkers will be forced to take 2 people up there, and then the Berserkers can take Baron like they are planning to do, or just go take bot lane.
Not Baron, but Rift Herald, to be clear.
Oh yeah, it's still not 20 minutes. Completely obliterated by not really Legend, and Rubber Revator is going to take a lot of damage over here. Double kill goes to not really Legend. A nice gank. Troll Wars have been seen, going to cancel the vision. But off of that, the Olympian's going to secure another Rift Herald. And maybe look for ganking mid lane, but he has been seen, so might as well go back to his jungle. Not really Legend on the other hand is trying to invade Krugs. They're not going to see each other yet. And the Rift Herald has been lead on the top lane, and maybe this tower is going to be gone by the Rift Herald. Yeah, obviously it's going to be gone. This is a type of pressure you want in League of Legends, as you can see Orianna and Pantheon now going top lane because 3 people is required, and you can see that Teemo is getting
absolutely butchered. Teemo is a Scar Flash too, and the bot lane of Olympians should now push because they're all on top, And I think maybe we'll be able to get this tower. Trying to, in the other hand, trying to get the dragon. Seize the control ward.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
The team's turret now has been destroyed. Reaper's going to open up for the dragon fight. Sorry, but it's not going to happen because now they're just trying to steal. Just hope. Oh, but the dragon just coming back to the pit. Now it's up to junglers. Okay then. Now the Ocean Drake has now been secured by the Berserkers. Not really Legend has been performing quite well, to be honest. He's now 6-1 with 500 bounty, which is quite big if he got shut down. If he gets shut down by someone. Seems like top lane is going to be on the Olympian side, but bot lane, in the other hand, is going to be on the Berserker's side, as well as jungle.
But as you can see on the board, almost all of Berserker's kill is on Pantheon. So that might come into play a little later because the AD carry isn't getting that much money from this.
Yeah, because if you funnel a kill into just one champion, and that champion just got shut down, your whole team is just going to be immediately weak after that. And maybe the Olympians will win the fight because if they can pick not really Legend out of the map, they can surely engage on their team.
And they have Malzahar too.
Now the engage is going in for Kung Fu. Now it's 4-man top. Immediately obliterate Kung Fu, but now there's going to be a trade-off with the middle tower.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Even though the kill scores are favoring on the Berserker's side, but if you actually look at the turrets and also the gold, so far the Berserkers just got only 1 tower down, while the Olympians are now 5 towers down. I mean, they already got 5 towers down. It's gonna be deleting Kung Fu again. Not really Legend, but kill's going to funnel on him again. 7-1. Now Rubber Rotus is gonna get caught by the Berserkers, but now the Oriana's and Lucian's ultimate has now been wasted, I think, because I don't think they have to put that much effort to finish off Nautilus. But still they managed to get a kill, so yeah. managed to flash away. And Kung Fu is going to be securing another Ocean Drake for the Olympians. Bronze is going to be poked down by Kung Fu, as well as Kung Fu is going to flash. As you can see, Teemo is now stepping on Ornn's face, so there's nothing to do about it, rather than what they just did some minutes ago, which is just going to have many multiples on people on a Teemo, because if not, the 1v1 is going to be favoring a lot on Teemo.
The Olympians are taking Baron now. There's a saying that people often say that the game is to win this objective, not kill. So it is anyone's game at this point.
And looks like the Berserkers have no visions on the Baron whatsoever, so it is going to be an easy secure for the Olympians. Even though the Berserkers has a lot of kills on both not really Legend and low Tim, but it's going to be hard for them to try to push back, because now the Olympians has the Baron to empower their creeps. And the mid tower of the Olympians are now gone. Looks like they'll try to push mid, but Curtain Call and RSV is going to try to stop them from doing that. Ooh, low Tim is almost dead. My team, oh, whatever. Now he's dead by Teemo's toxic dart, poison dart. Oh, that's sad.
The pressure is on both of Berserkers, mid and bot tower.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Which is now the bot tower is going to be destroyed by and the inhibitors are looking to be gone from Berserker's side. So it's Kung Fu trying to destroy the bot inhibitor tower. Got stopped by Malzar's ultimate, and now it looks like it's going to be RSV that's going to be dead next. Shockwave coming in from Curtain Call, but that's not going to be enough to kill. But now Rabbit is going to hook him in, and Low Tim's going to use the ultimate of Lucian's. But that looks like it's going to be it for the Olympians and Berserkers. They're trying to do as much as possible, but that is going to be it. And it's going to be Olympians. That is going to be 2-0 on the Berserkers.
And that's it for today, I guess.
And that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you had fun. And we will see you tomorrow again with Titan versus Phoenix on the same time, on the same channel. I will see you later.